A class of students were divided into two groups A and B. There were twice as many students in group A as group B. 1/4 of the students in group A were girls, 2/5 of the students in group B were girls. What fraction of the students were girls? Okay, we can draw a model and it will look something like this, right? So we haven't finished drawing the model. So first thing is that from the question it says there were twice as many students in group A and group B. So in this case, group A is 2 units and group B is 1 unit. That's what you see over here. Then the next thing is 1/4 of the students in group A were girls. So in this case, 1/4 of 2 units, what will it look like? So essentially, we can split this into 2 units. Split this into 2. So you have 1 and we have 2. Something like this. So 1/4, that means it will look something like this. 1/4 is girls, right? So girls may be pink. Right, and then 2/3 of the students in group B were girls. So that means we have to split this into 2/3. So we have 1, we have 2, and then we got one more, which is just an empty, what do you call this? Just an empty thing over here, right? So you could see that this is how it looks like. So what fractions of the students in the class were girls? So in this case, we need to, in a way, find, I would say, the lowest common multiple. But it's not from 4 to 3. We need to find the lowest common multiple of this whole thing over here. Okay, like this. Right, because we know that there were twice as many students in group A as group B. So after drawing the model, we need to find the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, which is 6. So in this case, we can actually split them up, something like this. So we have split into 1, right? And then split like this, another 1. And then we can split into further half, right? Into 6. That's what you see over here. So now there are 6, I would say, parts to 1 unit over here. So in this case, if we were to further split A, okay, so we split 1 unit into 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total, right, if we were to calculate how many parts are there in A, we have 3 times 4. This will then become 12 units, right, or 12 parts. 12 parts. And then for B over here, we have half of it, which is, in this case, 6 parts. Right, something like this, 6 parts. Right, so in this case, A has 12 parts and B have 6 parts. So that means A total of A is equal to 12 parts, and then total of B is equal to 6 parts. So that means A girls is equal to, you can put 1/4 times 12. This will give us 3 parts, which is exactly what we see here, right? 3 parts in pink. Then what about B? Okay, so if you were to write the fraction, B girls is equal to 2 out of 3 times 12, which is equal to 4 parts. That's what you see over here, right? If you zoom it in, so we have 4 pink parts. So that means total girls is equal to 3 plus 4, which is equal to 7 parts. So fraction of girls, okay, in the class is equal to, so we have the total, so we also write total of students is actually 12 plus 6. This gives us 18 parts. So that means fraction of girls is 7 out of 18 parts, right? And that's the answer.